I'm your girl Shay with Shop Talk with Shay. I am reaching out to you to let you know exactly how to come to our webinar class. Our masterclass is going to be filled with all the information that you need on getting started with your very own podcast, as well as for those of you who want to get into radio, I can tell you how. The series of podcasts and webcasts information is going to be filled with more than you can handle. You've signed up, you're ready to go, now you need to know what to do. I'm going to answer some of the questions that you may be wondering about. One, who am I? I'm Shay with Shop Talk with Shay. I've been in radio. I've been on the radio with 3 different shows for the last 4 years. So I can show you exactly, 1, how to get into radio, exactly what it takes to be there, exactly what it takes to stay there, and how to create your own podcast and be an international podcaster. Is that what you want? Do you have the personality? Did somebody tell you you have a great voice? I had no idea when I started in radio that I was actually going to do this. But I have a great personality. People love me and they love to listen to my shows because I have a lot of personality. So if you have a great personality or you just want to give some information, what is a podcast? It's going to be one of the first things we cover. And some of you have heard podcasts. You listen to them on iTunes. They're in your car. It is the new generation of music and listening to and info. You can hear it on your television as well as just everywhere, in your ears, at the airport. People are just loving podcasts. So we're going to cover why you want a podcast. We're going to find out how to tell you how to establish a topic every week. Determine if you're going to podcast on the monthly basis or exactly what you'll be doing. I can tell you when we start working together exactly how I got into radio, why I've been so successful at it, and I have several different shows. One of my shows goes in every beauty and barbershop and talks about whatever you guys are talking about that week. How about that? That's called Shop Talk with Shay. Then we have another show that I did with a former partner where we talked about everything on relationships. So who doesn't want to talk about that? I'm currently doing another show with a co-host that is a little spicy, a little edgy, and a little exotic. Yes, it's an all-sex show. So here you have 3 different radio stations, podcast shows from every genre you can start on. Something simple, something funny, something comedic, whatever you want it to be. But I can show you how to, 1, create it, build it, monetize it, everything you want to know about building and being a successful podcaster, I can show you how to do. Next, we're going to talk about the equipment that you need. Hello, you need equipment to start your podcast. And it's very simple. It's not difficult, but we'll go through step by step exactly what you need in order to get into podcasting. Next, what are you going to talk about? Are you going to talk about Chinese food? I know there's some great podcasters out there talking about cigars, whatever you want to talk about. But secondly, will you have hosts? Learning how to pick your music, learning how to build your website. That'll be simple. It's as easy. Like I can show you how to get up and started within the first 48 hours. If you just work with me, I am good at this and I've done it. Secondly, learning how to launch and create the podcast. That'll be like one of the very first things that we talk about. I'll teach you how to create an intro, and I'll show you what my intro sounds like and how to create an outro. And an intro is everything that tells them about your podcast. Next, we'll show you how to upload, how to get it out there to the world so the world knows who you are and exactly what you plan on doing with your podcast. We'll get the time to come into our community because we have a community full of other podcasters where you'll get my personal mentoring, And that's what you're going to need, because anybody can build a podcast, anybody can look for free information, try to figure it out, but don't do what I did and had to learn it the hard way, because I was just too stubborn to get help. But guess what? I've learned all of the more than the basics, but all of the advanced tools you'll need for podcasting that'll make your life simple. And you can be able to do things in a 1, 2, 3 step. I'll show you how to grab content, because without content, people are not going to listen. I want you to be able to capture the attention of your listener and create some incredible content out there. And you can build your podcast on any and everything. There are just so many subjects. I want to teach you how to not make some of the mistakes that I made. And secondly, not to spend a lot of money in things that people are going to tell you need. We're going to give you some shortcuts. We're going to give you some tips on how to market, because everyone will come at you once they find out that you've launched your podcast. Everyone will come at you with different ideas on how they can market your business. I'm going to give you the top ways how to grow your podcast organically. Last and not least, I'm going to show you how to monetize your podcast. I've had sponsors on the radio that have been as high as $2,000 per episode, all the way to a minimum $500. How would an extra $2,000 to $1,000 every month in your pocket, just basically doing what you love to do, podcasting? There are ways that you can make hundreds of thousands of dollars a year in podcasting. If you have a great audience, we're going to teach you how to use social media. We're going to teach you and give you every opportunity to grow your podcast. So that's all for now. I just wanted to tell you what exactly you're getting in my masterclass. Secondly, for those of you who are looking at the addresses on the advertisement, don't go to those. It's an online webcast. It's a masterclass with me. But foremost, and the best thing, you're going to have me as your mentor. Now, keep in mind, I only take so many mentors a month because I want to personally work with you, coaching with you one-on-one. Now, one thing I hate is I hate for people to send you through a generic workshop. They talk about it, you get your questions answered. We can do that. We can have a consultation. You can call me and we'll talk about it. But one thing I hate is to have someone take me to what is supposed to be a free webinar and then they upsell me. I tell you off the top, this is going to be an investment into your business. Not a large investment, but a small investment, just for my time and my knowledge. So let's see you at the top as you go and build your podcast. It's your girl Shay with Shop Talk with Shay, and I'm here to help you.